Hi everybody, I'm Buzz Smith from the blog My Electric Vehicle Journey, which is oddly enough about my electric vehicle journey. A year and a half ago I got a Chevy Volt. 2 months later my wife got a Volt. We revolted. And I've fallen in love with all sorts of electric things. I've got an electric battery powered lawnmower and edger. And today I've got on loan to me a Cadillac ELR. This is an amazing car, and I think it's a little misunderstood. So we're going to take it on a test drive today and find out exactly what the ELR is all about. So let's take it for a spin. Come on. Oh, beautiful screen. Nice startup. Beautiful screen. You've got the same green ball, sort of like you have in the Volt, to drive more efficiently. You've got your EV range at the bottom, your fuel range in the bottom right. And one of the things that's interesting about the ELR is in the middle of the right-hand side, it's showing us its kilowatt hour or kilowatt usage, which is sort of like a live MPG gauge that you see in a lot of cars that tell you how your fuel economy is going. This will show us not only how much it's draining from the battery, but how much it's recapturing from braking. There's some really trick features to this car. This one is one I love. Now, one of the things, just like the Volt, especially the newer Volts, it's got 4 modes. Instead of the normal mode, it's got Tour, and then Sport, Mountain, and Hold, just like we're used to in our Volts. You know me, I'm going to drive it in sports mode all the time. So here we go.
Do you get a lot less mileage in sport mode?
You know, I don't know and I don't care. I like the feel of the acceleration. That's one of the things I love about an electric vehicle. And to be honest, no, I don't think it's been that much of a difference between driving in normal mode and sport mode in my Volt, and I'm assuming it's the same with the ELR. In the side view mirrors, we've got a blind side alert letting me know that somebody's over there. If I turn on my turn signals when someone gets in my blind spot, it even flashes that at me to really let me know that, no, don't change lanes right now, somebody's in the way. For the cost of a gallon of gas, I can go 120 miles. That's the dollar equivalent of 120 miles per gallon. And if your daily drives are less than that 40-mile average, you're barely ever going to have the gasoline engine run. When it does, when you're running on gas alone, I found that the Volt is always 37 mpg, which is in itself a respectable.
Do you know, is it the exact same one here on this car?
I don't know. You know, I haven't seen the mileage here, but if you reach behind me, the window sticker's there, and we can actually check that out. Yeah.
Yeah. By loan, he means stolen this car.
So their gasoline range, they're saying, is 33 miles per gallon. This is a heavier car.
And they're saying the comparable in electricity would be 82 miles per gallon.
Right, and in the Volt they say 99. The reason that's so vastly different from the 120 I was talking about is the government is taking the British thermal units, BTUs, that are in a gallon of gas and in a kilowatt of electricity, and they're finding how that equates. That doesn't really matter to anybody. What matters to people is how much is it going to cost me to get down the road. And that's why I always take a look at what the price of gas is, what the price of electricity is, and how much further I can go. And to me, that's what matters to me is dollars per mile rather than miles per gallon. Now I have it on the energy display right now in the central display. So this will show over the last 64 miles that were on battery, 20.1 kilowatt hours were used. So you're getting slightly more than 3 miles per kilowatt hour, which is about what I've experienced in my Volt. About 3.3 seems to be about average for me. This looks like it might be a little bit lower than that. And then we've used 1/3 of a gallon, or 0.3 of a gallon, to go 12 miles. So again, that's going to be 36, 37 miles right there. Actually, it looks like it'd be a little bit more than that. That'd be 40 miles per gallon. So it's actually better than my Volt. When you see this over here, the 244 miles per gallon, that isn't counting the cost of electricity, so it's a little misleading. My Volt is up to, I think, 249 now. But overall, it's saying that the lifetime miles per gallon in the car is 90.6. So that's for every mile it drove, whether it was on electricity or gas. When it factors in just the amount of gas that was used, it got 90.6 miles per gallon. Okay, what this is showing in the center display here is when we're regenerating and when we're pulling energy out of the battery. Even when the gas engine's running, except at very high speeds, it's just running as a generator supplying electricity. So right now we can see that the Voltec system, or the gas engine here, is supplying as a generator electricity to the Voltec drive, which is the electric motor. If I let off the gas, we'll see that energy is going from the wheels, from the forward motion of the car, back into the battery to recharge it. Now that I've pressed the accelerator, it's going back the other way. Energy is going from the gas engine and the battery now. Well, now it's gone to just the gas engine. But as you're driving along, that's constantly changing. And where the car can capture energy, it is. As you can see, the Cadillac ELR is a beautiful vehicle. I really enjoyed driving it, and I found it to be a very soothing drive. It put me at peace and made me a more passive driver. Now, that's not to say it's not sporty. It was a blast to get out there and punch it and take some sharp turns. And I was real worried that when I got back to my Volt and drove it home, it was completely discharged, so the drive would be on gas, that it would be disappointing to me. And you know what? It wasn't. It was a blast to go back home. I drove home with a smile on my face. So yes, the Cadillac ELR is definitely on the short list for my next vehicle. I'll need one about a year from now. And I'm going to take a good look at the 2016 Volt as well. Both of them, I think, would be excellent choices.